Ever get that, like, spinning wheel of doom when you're trying to use your favorite app?
Oh, tell me about it.
It's like you're stuck waiting for, I don't know, a video to buffer or a page to load, and it takes forever. So today we're diving deep into why that happens and, more importantly, this really interesting pattern called consistent core that's kind of shaking things up in the world of data.
Yeah, consistent core. It's a good one.
We're looking at, it's an excerpt on Martin Fowler's site, Consistent Core by Unmesh Joshi. Have you seen this one?
Yeah, it's a really insightful piece. He really digs into this challenge of keeping data flowing smoothly, especially when you're dealing with, just massive, massive amounts of it.
It's a huge problem, right? Like imagine, I mean, you're running a service with millions of users.
Easy to imagine. Happens all the time.
Right. It could be a social media platform or a streaming service, whatever. But every interaction, every little bit of data they generate, it all has to go somewhere.
Exactly. And that's where data clusters come into play. Think of them like specialized server teams all working together to make sure everything runs smoothly.
Server teamwork, I like that.
Right. But here's the thing. As these clusters grow, even simple decisions like who's the leader server, where does a specific piece of data live, it gets surprisingly complicated.
Yeah, it's like herding cats, but digital.
Right. And the old school ways of doing things, like relying on a majority rule system, they just don't cut it at that scale. Things slow to a crawl.
So how does consistent core help with this? It sounds like it brings some order to this chaos.
Exactly. It's like bringing in a super efficient management team.
Okay.
Instead of burdening the entire massive cluster with these decisions, you create a smaller, super reliable group of servers, think maybe just 3 to 5, and they handle those crucial coordination tasks with like lightning speed.
Ah, I see. So it's like this small elite team that keeps everything running smoothly.
Exactly. And because this consistent core is so reliable, it frees up the larger data cluster to do what it does best, storing and retrieving data without breaking a sweat.
So we're talking about like a much smoother, faster experience for the end user, right?
Absolutely. And that's what matters.
Because nobody likes that spinning wheel.
Nobody.
One thing I thought was really interesting in the article was this concept of leases. Can you explain how that works?
Yeah, so leases are like temporary assignments for servers. It's a way of saying, okay, you're in charge of this specific piece of data for a certain amount of time, which helps prevent conflicts.
So it's all about preventing data traffic jams, basically.
Precisely. It keeps everything flowing smoothly and efficiently.
That's really interesting. You know, it kind of reminds me of, well, actual traffic, right?
Go on.
Like think about a busy intersection. Without traffic lights to direct everything, it would be total chaos.
Right, gridlock.
Exactly. But because you have this smaller set of rules, the traffic lights, it ensures that everything keeps moving.
That's a great analogy. And just like a well-designed traffic system can scale to handle rush hour traffic, the consistent core pattern ensures that your digital world can handle those massive amounts of data without a hitch. It's all about smart management and keeping things flowing.
Definitely food for thought for anyone working with, well, lots of data.
Absolutely.
It seems like a really clever way to keep things running smoothly, even as the amount of data we're dealing with just keeps growing and growing.
It's essential in this day and age, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.